In support of our goals and in light of the balance of risks to employment and inflation, today, the Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by a 1/4 percentage point. We also decided to conclude the reduction of our aggregate securities holdings as of December 1.
We have an anti-person. I call him too late. He's always too late. He's been too late, and Jerome too late Powell. So somebody gave me a bad reference on him. I put him in based on some guy that turned out to be not so hot. And we got a bad Fed guy, but he'll be out of there a few months.
The US and China have agreed to discuss a potential trade deal when they meet later on this week. The US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says there is a chance the trade truce between the two countries will be extended. He says both nations have agreed on a substantial framework and there is a chance both leaders may agree to lower tariffs.
The president had given me maximum leverage when he threatened 100% tariffs if the Chinese imposed their rare earth global export controls. So I think we have averted that so that the tariffs will be averted.
Donald Trump and Xi Jinping are due to hold talks on Thursday on the sidelines of the APEC summit in South Korea.
Gabriella Power, fantastic to have you, host of Power Hour on Sky News Australia's digital platforms. The president is getting it done in Asia. The US and China have also agreed to a framework for a trade deal, with Donald Trump expected to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping this Thursday.
Yeah, that's right, Rita. And just on Donald Trump's dance moves, isn't it refreshing to have a president that is full of life, that is energetic, that's high energy, who is entertaining on the world stage, especially after the past several years of Joe Biden, who was just embarrassing on the world stage, falling up and down the stairs. But Donald Trump, you know, busting out iconic moves. But as you say, he's getting it done. He is expected to meet with China's president later in the week, and the US and China have agreed to a framework trade deal at this stage, which means it's likely that China will be able to avoid the 100% tariff. So that is the art of the deal playing out. We will, of course, watch this space very closely. But as you say, Donald Trump, he's been non-stop. He's been signing off on that historic peace agreement between Cambodia and Thailand. He's been signing trade deals with Cambodia, Thailand and Malaysia. And this is just at the very beginning of his tour.
And no one can keep up with him. I was listening to an interview with Caitlin Collins from CNN, no fan of Donald Trump, it must be said. But she was saying that on these overseas assignments, no one can sleep because he doesn't sleep. He just keeps going.
Yeah, the reporters
they're
are struggling
expected to work around the clock. They're struggling to keep up with him.